Hey everyone, it's Dr. H, your friendly wargame guide at the Air Command and Staff College, and I'm here to talk briefly about the cyber rules. Cyber rules are a new thing that we're going to use for this game. So we're going to bring in the cyber domain, and it's done pretty elegantly, actually. Um, Now, everybody's going to get cyber pieces. Cyber pieces, you're going to have the nationality color, you're going to have this really cool computer screen with skull and crossbones on it because you've been hacked. Yeah, that guy been filming all day. The first number is the offense number, the second number is the defense number, and the third number is the survival number. Right? So keep that in mind. Um, what you're going to use, you'll have a certain number of cyber tokens, which you can use or not use, up to you, and that you can assign to cyber boards. And the cyber boards look like this, right? So each side, there's a blue cyber board, there's a red cyber board. And what you have on the cyberboard are a group of systems and then a group of effects connected to those systems. So you will attempt to hack a particular system. So you will decide either I want to use my offensive value against this cyber system, against the system, or I'm going to use my defensive value to protect this system. And then you'll roll a die and you'll add either the die in the offensive and the die plus the offensive value if you're going offensively, or you're going to roll a die, add the defensive value of any protective teams and the inherent defensive value, right? That's the number at the bottom of the little square in front of the system. Now the defender wins, great, no penetration made. Right, the defender rolls higher, no penetration made. If the attacker rolls higher, then they can, based on the number that they roll over, between 1 and 3, if they roll 25 times, if they roll 25 over, the max is out of 3. And that's the number of hacked markers they're going to get. And then they're allowed to place those hacked markers on any of these subsystems, which will list the effect that they have. Right, so read through the effects, know what the effects are. And then when you have those effects, right, you have those hacked effects, you can cash in a hacked chip, right? So if you hacked it 3 times, you get to cash it in. You get to place 3 markers, and then you can cash in those markers. All those markers can go on the same thing. And then you cash in one of those markers, and you get the effect. Then when you're done, right, with the cyber portion of it, every team that was committed rolls survival, right? If you roll under the survival number, you get to keep it. If you roll over the survival number, team's dead. We've burned the exploits and the chips and all the other things that went into making that hack happen. You no longer have that marker. If you roll exactly that marker, it takes a turn off. Or exactly that number, it takes a turn off, right? So again, cyber's pretty simple, right? You have cyber cards or cyber pieces. Those pieces have a nationality color. They go attack, defense, survival. You will allocate them to either defend a system or attack an enemy system. When you attack a system, we're going to roll a die. Again, I know there's an adjudicator, but you're going to roll a die and you're going to add the attack number, and then that goes up against the defense number, which is a die plus the inherent defense system plus the defense value of any team. Right. If you roll under or equal, nothing happens. If you roll over, up to 3, you get up to 3 hacked markers that you can place on a subsystem. Then you can cash in the subsystem for that effects. Note the C2 node, if you hack it, you can make it easier to hack other systems. So we're going to do that first and get that squared away, and then you can burn those. But you can burn these effects at any time would be appropriate. So knowing what effects you have and keeping track of is actually an important job at the J3. And then telling other people that they can use them at the right time is an important job at the J3. Or whoever's in charge of cyber. If you've got a separate cyber person or a separate person who's kind of covering this aspect of the game, it's their responsibility to sort of let everyone know. So that's the cyber rules in a nutshell. They're pretty simple. They're not too hard to figure out. So hacking people is fun, so I've been told. I've never illegally trespassed or entered a computer system without permission. Just in case my security manager and the federal government is listening. That's never happened before. Don't worry. It's fine. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I will see you in the next one.